We have one more problem for this section, and this one's not going to be pretty. Well, we're going to try to make it look easy anyway. Gonna try. Okay, how do we want to do this? I have x minus, write small I suppose, x minus 2 over x minus 3 plus 1 over x plus 2, and that's going to be equal to, we're going to put the equal sign way over here because we're going to have to rewrite some other stuff. Actually, I'm probably going to run out of room on this. It looks like 13 over 6. Okay, so in the previous problems, I began on the left-hand side. When we see something like this into one single fraction, numerator over denominator, but I'm going to show you something a little different here, how to tackle these things. And okay, so let's look here. We have an x minus 3, an x plus 2, and a 6. And what we're going to do, since those are all different, okay, we're going to multiply each one of these terms. Okay, that means this side here. We're going to multiply, get this thing out of a fraction, by x minus 3 times x plus 2 times 6. Okay, I could have put the 6 out front, I guess. Be the only appropriate thing to do. All right. So we're going to multiply all of this, whoops, to each one of these guys. And what's that's going to do is it's going to get rid of this x minus 3, x plus 2, and 6. It's going to cancel them all out. So I guess what I'm going to try to do now is write all that on the screen. This might get tricky. Alright, so we have x, whoops, let's do a different color here. If I can get it. Oh, I see what the problem is. Okay, we have x minus 3. And I meant to put that 6 out front, but I didn't do it. X minus 2 times 6, okay? That is getting multiplied to x minus 2 over x minus 3. So you see what's going to happen. Those are going to cancel out. See that? Alright, let's continue on here. We have, so we're going to take this, okay, and I guess we're going to rewrite x minus 3. I should have wrote that 6 out front again, forgot about it, times, I guess we'll do a piece of this at a time, x plus 2. Alright, so what happens here is, what happened here? I meant, okay, that needs to be a plus. Alright. So that means that this x plus 2 and that x plus 2 are going to cancel out. Now, because I've run out of room here, I'm just going to go ahead and rewrite this. Okay, so what are we left with? I'll remember to bring the 6 out front this time. We're left with 6 times x plus 2 times x minus 2 Okay, plus, go ahead and rewrite the 6, and then we're left with x minus 3. And I believe that's it for this side over here. Is equal to, we'll make sure we don't make any mistakes here. Now, remember it was 13 over 6, so those 6's are going to cancel out, and you're just going to be left with 13 times x minus 3 times, I guess we'll have to move the screen, 13 times x minus 3 times x plus 2. Okay, is everybody with me? Is everybody with me? Let's go ahead and just work on the left-hand side. So we're going to multiply all this stuff out. So let's go ahead and do the x plus 2 times x minus 2. That gives us x squared minus 4. Now, we still have this 6 out front we need to distribute. We'll do that here in a second. 6 times x minus 18 is equal to, don't worry about the right-hand side just yet. Let's go ahead and distribute this. This is 6x squared minus 24 plus 6x minus 18. Collect up the like terms. What do we got for like terms? We got the 18, the 24. So we're going to add them together. So we end up with 6x squared. Let's see, plus 6x. It's looking like what is that? 42. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, minus 42. That's what it looks like. Let's take a look back now at this side here. So we got x times x is x squared. Worry about that 13 here in a minute. X times 2 is 2x. Negative 3x and negative 6. Alright, let's collect up the like terms. So we have 2x minus 3x is just negative x, then minus 6. Now what do we got? We got, we'll go ahead and bring this down. We got 13 x squared negative 13x, and then 13 times 6 is 78. Is that right? Okay. Now what we can do, let's take a look over here. Now you noticed we have a 13x squared and a 6x squared. So we're going to move the 6x squared over to the right. Okay, let's go ahead and we're just going to go ahead and do all this at one time. So we're going to write it way over here to the left. So that 13, let's see, 6x squared. So you have 13x squared minus 6x squared. Let's see. Minus 13x minus 6x and minus 78 plus 42. I know you can't see it. Well, let's see. Okay. So I took the 6x squared over to the right, makes it negative. Take the 6x over to the right. The equal sign makes it negative. Took the 42 over to the right-hand side, made it positive. I mean, what are we doing? We're just adding 42 to both sides. We're subtracting 6x to both sides. And we're subtracting 6x squared. Okay? To get the left-hand side equal to 0, get everything over on one side. All right. Let's collect up our like terms. We have 13x squared minus 6x squared. And that difference is going to be 3 and 4 is 7x squared. Right? Yeah. We have negative 13x minus 6x. So that's going to be negative 19x. And we have 42 minus 78 is negative 36. So there we go. Finally, now what we'll need to do is factor this. Because 7's a prime number, we know that we can't break that up anymore. Okay. And now we are at, let's see, 9 and 4 is 36. 9 and 4. I'm just going to guess on this one. Plus 9 minus 4 over here. Let's see, 7x minus 4 is negative 28. Plus 9x is negative 19. Yeah, 19 times negative 4 is... Alright, so I got lucky on that. So we set both these factors equal to 0. Solve for x at this point. It should all be trivial. Negative 9/7. And then x minus 4 is equal to 0. This becomes x is equal to 4. So these are your two possible solutions, negative 9/7 and 4. Let's go up here back to our original. Now, if we were to come up with, let's see, I'm going to use green. If we were to come up with a 3 as one of our solutions, we know that if we plugged it in right here, 3 minus 3 is 0, and that you can't have 0 in the denominator. Also, if one of our solutions happens to be negative 2, and we were plugging it in, negative 2 plus 2 is 0. So that can't be a solution either. So these are the two numbers that can't be solutions. Okay, let's just get that out of the way. So basically, these don't fall. Negative 9/7 and 4 doesn't fall in either one of those categories. So we could pretty much say, even though we should go back and check our work, but because of the time constraint here, your attention span is reaching 0. We're at 12 minutes. All right, I'll let you do that, but I think I already checked this using a Wolfram Alpha, but anyway, all right, well, that's pretty much it, and I think we're working on some application problems in the next section, and I'll see you there.